He's got 26 points and 3 steals.
You know, he's been so good at both ends of the floor, guys, but what's impressed me the most is his offensive performance.
I don't know, Steve. I think the work he's done defensively has been pretty impressive, too.
Bulls shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Good on both.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Now Marshall. They swipe it. Here's Mr. Moves. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. And turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established.
Oh, man, what a play. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Off his leg, and the official saying it was kicked. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's Milwaukee with it, down by 15. In the corner, Ilyasova with it. Over to the wing. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
O'Bryant, he's checked in for Milwaukee. No good on the quick 3. Chicago leading by 15. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Clark, can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I tell you what, that's some major elevation there. That's a power finish for a player at any position.
Well, he is not afraid to take it inside. We know that.
Here's Mr. Moves. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. 2 shots. That free throw good from Mr. Moves. Taj Gibson's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Both free throws good from Mr. Moves.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Kicks it tonight. There's the pick. Pass to O'Brien. Shot clock at 6. Back tonight. To the inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And they're also
that's the way to make the free ones count. You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my thing.
Bucks trail by 17.
And if they're smart, they will hold for the last shot.
That's got to be the objective here, Steve.
Now, here's Marshall. He kicks to Knight. The baseline J. Here's O'Brien. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. O'Brien's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Bulls up by 15. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Game 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jabari Parker and the Milwaukee Bucks go up against the Chicago Bulls. It's happening next Monday night.
And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Knight.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
Here's Mr. Moves, taking a look at the Bulls. Mr. Moves in its shooting guard. Inside of the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. Then there's Derrick Rose.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
Free throw good for Mr. Moves. Both free throws good for Mr. Moves. And Milwaukee has possession. 17-point game. Poked loose. McKnight the pass to Marshall. And Parker, here we go. Here's McKnight. From outside, off the mark. And Chicago shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. He feeds it to Marshall. And the foul called on Mr. Moves. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Marshall. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Just 5 on the clock. That one off the back iron and out.
Well contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You've got to make them work for it, challenge every shot.
Marshall brings the double team. Here's Mr. Moves, defended by Ilyasova. There's the bucket, good. And it's 6 points for Derrick Rose.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Parker's shot is off.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Mr. Moves passes to Rose. Passes it to Mr. Moves. The kick out to Rose. Feeds it to Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. And Marshall kicks to Sanders. And he banks in the layup.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
Chicago leading by 19 points. For the three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Ilyasova's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now, here's Marshall. T right on him. The tray. No luck. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Mr. Moves. Noah the screen. The kick out to Rose. 4 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range. Bucks trailed by 19. The pass to McKnight. He dishes it to Parker to the right side. And here's Marshall from the arc. Good. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Mr. Moves trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Marshall dishes to Sanders, and that is good. Sanders has got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a pass by Marshall. That's outstanding teamwork.
Chicago leading by 14. Here's Mr. Moves. That is good.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number 1, they're ahead.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Knight's checked in for Kendall Marshall. Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He preached patient offense and encouraged his guys to use the shot clock. He wants his guys to be deliberate. He also made sure they understood the kind of defense they should be playing. He wants them playing it safe, not trying to make plays that could leave them exposed. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris.
They're looking significantly better now, but still a long way to go to get all the way back into this.
Well, at least the effort's there now, and it had been sorely lacking early.
Pass to Mr. Moves. 6 to shoot. Good D by Sanders.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Three-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss. Noah's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mr. Moves. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Mr. Moves got 40 points.
Well, we can start talking about game 4, guys. Wow, what a magnificent effort and such a significant victory for the Bulls.
And Clark, they really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Mr. Moves. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on defense that put them in the driver's seat.
Well, they're passing to Mr. Moves. Back to Butler. Shoots from the high post. Larry Sanders grabs the miss.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Knight passes to McKnight. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Mr. Moves. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's foul number 2 for him.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
That's it.
And you know this man.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the whole crew from 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long, and thanks for watching the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Now let's take a look at the Jordan Player of the Game.